Good morning, YouTube or BookTube. This is Johnny. I thought I would show you the recent used books that we gathered, or I gathered at local thrift stores last week, and they're piling up in the living room, and it's beginning to bug me, and I want to get them down on the lower level. So I thought I would show them to you folks. Today is February the 2nd. It's 8:13 in the morning here in West Michigan. So yeah, first of all, the other day, a friend of mine called up and he needed a ride somewhere. So I picked him up, and while we were out, I stopped at a Goodwill and found this book. I already have this book in hardback, but I like this paperback edition, so I bought this for, I think it was 80 cents. The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich: A History of Nazi Germany by William L. Schreiner. So I got that. And I picked up this book at the local library a couple of weeks ago. They sell some used books, not like they did years before the plague at the Book Nook, but they have a little thing by the reference desk of books. And I bought Dear Abigail: The Intimate Lives of Revolutionary Ideas of Abigail Adams and Her Two Remarkable Sisters by Diane Jacobs. And then I got this in the mail a couple of weeks ago, The Rise and Fall of the American Whig Party, Jacksonian Politics, and the Onset of the Civil War by Michael F. Holt. So yeah, I'm kind of interested in American political history. And I picked this up at a thrift store, Waiting for Sunrise, a novel by William Boyd. When I was cataloging this in the library thing, I already had a copy of this, but I like the cover of this better than the one I have down the lower level. And then I picked up a little travel memoir by Frank Conroy, Time and Tide: A Walk Through Nantucket. I have Frank Conroy's memoir, Stop Time, and his novel, Body and Soul. So I was reading this yesterday, really enjoying it. And then I picked up The Argonauts. This is like a memoir kind of by Maggie Nelson. I picked this up at the Humane Society thrift store last week. This is like a group biography. Well, it's not a biography. Well, yeah. It's kind of like a memoir by James Newton, and it's called Uncommon Friends: Life with Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Harvey, Firestone, Axel Carrel, and Charles Lindbergh by James Newton. Apparently he knew all these people, uncommon friends, and it's about his friendship with these people. Look kind of interesting. I like books like that. This I picked up at a Goodwill, Painted in Words, a memoir by Samuel Beck. He was a painter, and he was Jewish. He went through the Holocaust, and I like memoirs, and look interesting. Then I picked up this biography by Flora, Fraser, Pauline Bonaparte, the Venus of Empire. She was the sister of Napoleon. I have her biography by Flora Fraser. I have her other biography, Princesses, the Six Daughters of George III. I have downstairs in the lower level. I collect books on Napoleon Bonaparte, things like that. This is called Landslide, The Unmaking of the President, 1984 to 1988. This is during the Ronald Reagan presidency. This is by Jane Mayer and Doyle McManus. I got this from my Ronald Reagan collection, presidential collection downstairs. It's kind of dated, but I like reading stuff like this. And then I picked up this novel by Hortense Calisher, Sunday Jews. I never heard of her, but I don't know. I like reading literary fiction. It's literary fiction. This is from my Jacqueline Kennedy collection, A Lady First, My Life in the Kennedy White House and the American Embassies of Paris and Rome by Loletta Baldrige. She was a society woman, but she was friends with Jacqueline Kennedy. Yankee Come Home on the road from San Juan Hill to Guatemala. Was it Guatemala? Can't pronounce that. What do you call that? I can't pronounce it. By William Craig. It's like a memoir of his time in Cuba. This journalist. This is the Roosevelts, an American saga. It's like a biography on the Roosevelts, like Teddy Roosevelt, FDR, Eleanor Roosevelt, their whole clan, their own family history, by Peter Collier and William Horowitz. I have theirs on the Kennedys, the Fords, the Rockefellers, and what else? The Rockefellers, American Dynasty, Kennedys, An American Dream, the Fords, An American Epic. I have all three, so I found this one on the Roosevelts. This is Charles Dickens, his travel notes when he came to America and lecturing in the 19th century. Charles Dickens, American Notes. It's a novel, Stoner, by John Williams. This is all over the book too. This is Ghost Dance. This is about the American religion. The Ghost Dance took place in the 1890s. It was outlawed, and this is like historical kind of narrative of the Ghost Dance and the Indians who took place in that, and it looked kind of interesting, so I got that. This is by David Humphrey Miller, The Ghost Dance. This is William Seitz. No, wait a minute. This is Wright. This is a guide to Frank Lloyd Wright's public places. I collect books on Frank Lloyd Wright, and I found this. This is like places that he built buildings and homes and things like that for my Wright collection. My Frank Lloyd Wright collection. How Paris Became Paris, Invention of the Modern City by Joan DeJean. I had this already. What I found was a paperback, and I already had a hardback. The paperback my wife gave to one of her girlfriends. This is Walt Whitman's Native Representations by Ed Flossom. This is literary essays on the American poet, 19th century Walt Whitman. I have a huge Walt Whitman collection. That's why I bought this. This is Day One, Before Hiroshima and After. This is on the people and the events surrounding the bombing of Hiroshima with the atomic bomb by Peter Wynne. I collect books on the atomic bomb, the hydrogen bomb, the whole kind of phenomena of how that affected people's lives and history and culture, the atomic bomb. Day One, Before Hiroshima and After. This is a memoir of it's called The Forgotten Soldier, a classic German Second World War Memoir by Guy Scheiger. This is from the German. This is a German soldier. His memoirs about him fighting in the Second World War. This is from a German perspective. It's supposed to be a really famous memoir about war and fighting battles from a German soldier's perspective. This is called Railroads. This is a National Geographic book, really old. I think this came out a long time ago, but 1977. It's on the Railroads, the Great American Adventure. I like books on railroads, history of railroads, locomotives, hobos, and riding the rails, and I don't know, it just looked kind of interesting. This is a photo book on Edward Wilson. He was our early pioneer in photography. I like books on, he took a photo of D.H. Lawrence. He was out in the West, Arizona, New Mexico, California. It's, photography. It looked interesting. There's like biographical sketch of his life. Edward Wilson, 70 photos, the classic biography of Ben Madlow. So these are the kind of books I got at thrift stores last week and this week and the week before that, so I can put these down on the lower level. Yeah, I'm always looking for books on Walt Whitman. I collect books on Paris. I collect books on the atomic bomb. I collect books on Frank Lloyd Wright. I collect books on the Native American Indians, the ghost dance especially. I already had Stoner by John Williams, but I got this to give away. I have Charles Dickens' American Notes, but I'll give this away. I collect Charles Dickens. I collect books on the Roosevelts. I like travel memoirs about people going this is on Cuba. I collect books on Jacqueline Kennedy. I like literary fiction, Sunday Jews. I like reading about Reagan's presidency, the landslide. And I collect books on Napoleon Bonaparte. I collect books on memoirs. I like memoirs. I like memoirs, Uncommon Friends. I like reading books on early American politics. I collect books on Abigail Adams and John Quincy Adams and Henry Adams. And I like collecting books on Nazis and the Germans. And this is another memoir, The Argonauts by Maggie Nelson. Frank Conroy, this is his little traveling memoir. He lives on Nantucket. It's a little about his life there. And I collect the novels of William Boyd. So everything I got at thrift stores, I collect. And it's amazing what you find at local thrift stores. I didn't really go that far away from where we live. It's just exactly in and around where we live. So I hope you're having a good week. I'm having a terrible week. I'm really feeling really sick inside lately. My wife went to Grand Rapids this morning to do errands, and I was just too sick inside to go outside into the world and to be with her. I just, after I shut down this video, I'm going to go sit in the living room and close my eyes and just pray for grace to get through this day. So thank you for your comments. Hope you're all doing well. Stay safe. Wear a mask. Get vaccinated if you can. So I'll take all these books down to the lower level, and until next time, bye.